Aloha, good morning, and we're off to a good start at Easter long weekend. I hope you've all got wonderful plans, and I'm so excited about today. My guest speaker today is Deborah Gibson, and she's the owner of a company called Very Special Events and has been in the event planning business for 30 years. And she'll be sharing some last minute tips for getting your Easter table ready. Just so you know, she is available for private consultations, for small functions, or for Zoom consultations. And one of the quotes I came across here this morning, I thought would start us in a very positive spring Easter fashion is, "The first bloom of spring always brings my heart singing." And that was a quote I'd seen on the internet, which with that, I'll take it away to Deborah to talk about some exciting, fun tips you can do on your table during Easter. And this will be, of course, I believe everyone with their, getting their vaccines or planning their vaccines. This is celebrating the new beginning. So why don't, Deborah, you take over and tell us, give us a lot of people who are busy, of course, say, "Oh, I can't be bothered decorating this year."
Yes.
Why don't you?
Well, first of all, aloha, and thank you for having me. This is quite an honor. I'm a big fan of yours, Caron. And it is Easter and spring, and it's time to celebrate. After this very long pandemic winter, we're coming into spring. And even though we don't have seasons here in Hawaii, we're going to celebrate this spring, as many of us, as you just said, are vaccinated and can go out and enjoy life. So I want to give you a few tips today on last minute. I mean, it is Good Friday, so Easter's on Sunday. So if you don't already have something planned, hopefully I can help you along that way. Whether you set a table for 2 or for 12 vaccinated people, it has to be special. It should be special. And again, it's a celebration. So whether it's a brunch or a lunch or a dinner, I'm going to give you some tips on how to make big impact with small things in this last minute. So of course, today's choices and options go from elegant to traditional and whimsical, of course. Today, we have so many things that we can choose from, but also we want to incorporate ourselves into whatever it is we're doing. So if we're doing a leg of lamb or just some bagels, everything can be special. So this is an opportunity to bring out the good china or not. Paper plates and paper napkins would be fine. All right, so I'm going to give you some ideas on tablescapes, excuse me. So the most important thing I would say right now is florals. We're going to bring the outside inside as we prepare our table and use all of our colorful choices and really have a fresh feeling going on in our homes. It's a pretty spring. We've got a lot of bulbs to choose from, daffodils and tulips or hydrangeas that of course come from bushes. But I'm going to share a couple of tricks that the florists all use, the professionals, and we can do it ourselves at home. So with that, if you could pull up my first photo. One of my biggest things I do when I'm at home is little hand-tied posies. And these posies, sometimes you get these elaborate bouquets from anywhere, from your florist or from Foodland or Safeway, and you just tend to take the whole thing and put it in water. Well, I'm a proponent of taking it, opening it up, taking it apart, and taking the flowers that you need, depending on the colors or the sizes, and bunching them up and cutting them shorter than they actually start out. So that's what I've done here. Today, sadly, I just have daffodils to show you. But what they do, what the florists do, is they take a bunch, they create their posy, and they take a rubber band around it. So they rubber band it, and then they cut the stems. So your stem will fit exactly into whatever your container is, a vase or what have you. If we can go to photo 2, I'll show you this same posy can also be put into it. Isn't that cute? Oh. Yeah, if you have a bunny, and if you don't have a bunny, maybe you have grandma's vase or you have something else. But the point I want to make is that you take these posies, tie them off, and you can put them anywhere.
Oh.
Into a small bud vase. It could be a take-home gift. Well, I'm sorry, Caron, were you going to ask me something?
Oh, I was going to say, where's a good place to pick up some bunnies right now, do you think? Some ceramic bunnies?
Well, two favorite haunts of mine, and most planners or event people, would be Target or Ben Franklin.
Nice.
And they have their areas where they just do seasonal. And I mean, I don't think these bunnies cost more than $2 or $3, but they have a lot of impact. And then you've got a $10 arrangement on the flight, on your table, with a lot of fun and whimsical to it, right? So, and also when you do a small, not so much with the bunnies, but you could put it in a small vase, and that's a wonderful little gift to take home. And favors are always nice because it extends the special meal and makes the person, your guest, think about that. I like to have a centerpiece that actually a eye focal point, whether it be a runner or some kind of interest down the middle of the table. Again, even if it's just for 2 people, but if it's for 12, it's even more important. So if we could go to the next photo, if you prefer potted plants, this orchid is a good example of that. You just take sprays, your guests can still see across and still see each other, but add some ivy there or add a little bunny or 2 to personalize it for this holiday. All right.
Deborah, what I've always loved about you is you just put amazing special touches on everything. And that's what we're about here at Caron Realty is, how can I wow a client having an experience with us, just not doing our job, but it's that wow factor. And you've always done that with your event planning. It's just been amazing.
Thank you. And I know that about you too, and how important every client is and how unique everybody is. So you have some general ideas, but it's important to really specify, be specific on what they're looking for and what they want from my perspective and yours as well.
Correct. Yeah.
The next impact, or the next little thing, small thing I want to add is napkins, whether it be linen napkins or paper napkins. Napkins, everyone, you've got to have them at the table. And of course, napkin rings are wonderful, but in short, if you're shorthanded on that, or if you want to just do something to take it up a notch, just a pretty ribbon. And we could put both of those slides up, the next one as well. This is option 1 or option 2 on a pretty plate, just tying a little grosgrain ribbon or satin ribbon and pulling that off. And it just makes for kind of something special and different just for that day.
Beautiful.
Okay. So in the next slide we have, it works just as well with paper napkins. So some of us, it's Hawaii and we're casual. So you get a paper napkin and you put a ribbon around it and people say, oh boy, we're stepping up if you're having a backyard barbecue or something. All right. So those are just a couple tips. And the final thing I want to say is it's Easter. So let's incorporate some bunnies, some eggs, whether you've dyed them at home or you've glittered them yourselves, or they're chocolate eggs with foil, or any of them, Cadbury eggs, you name it. But it's nice to incorporate that on a table and make everybody, remind them it's Easter, but also feel so special and honored. So,
a question I had is that, and I know we discussed this earlier, is, what do you get for somebody if they don't like chocolate Easter eggs?
Well, first of all, I did think about that and I thought, if they don't like chocolate, you already know that because Valentine's Day is come and gone. So if they're not chocolate, you have 2 options. Don't be friends with them anymore. Just kidding. Or jelly beans, or if they don't have a sweet tooth at all, as we have a couple of mutual friends like that.
Yes.
What about just a beautiful bouquet of flowers or one of your posies? Yes. A candle or even soap, something that's scented and that makes them feel it's springtime and reminds them. So that's my idea.
And now that I've captured you here today, because we all get so busy and I haven't had a chance to catch up with you, what's going on in the event planning industry with all the COVID restrictions.
Right. Well, the state has finally approved weddings of up to 100, which is wonderful for people, local people, especially that have planned and have to postpone and postponed again. But now you're able to have 100, but that would include all of your vendors, which are quite a few. If you're having 100 people or even 75 people, you have a lot of vendors to support that. But yeah, it's an exciting time. We'll see how it goes. I noticed the numbers are going up. So I don't know. I hope we don't get kicked back to tier 2 again.
Yes.
But
exactly.
yeah, it's a big industry here. It's about love. And there's a lot of love of Hawaii to Hawaii and from Hawaii. And I think it will continue on, and we'll get our weddings back, and the industry will pick up again, and all the people that work within there are going to be fine, as all of us are.
You know, sometimes we used to complain about the traffic and the tourists here. I think we're going to be so appreciative next time around and realize how important they are to the whole aloha spirit and our economy here.
Yeah, so true, so true.
Now, Deborah, as you know, we have photos from Marianne every week. So I'll have those put up here. And, you know, of course, Easter inspired. And we were talking about flowers, and here's some other beautiful ideas of flowers, you know, lavender bell flowers.
Oh, and that's just purple. Purple and lavender are Easter.
Aren't they gorgeous?
Yes.
And next photo, there's a trio of pink plumeria. I mean, we all love our plumeria, and we'll bring that one up now.
Oh, that's gorgeous. You can almost smell them. Oh, beautiful.
Marianne does all these photos, Deborah. It's just been amazing. And she is on Instagram, by the way, Marianne Gaylord, everybody.
Oh, yes. Yes.
They're stunning.
Yes. Oh, I know Marianne. Yes.
Yeah. And then the next photo is a bouquet of plumeria. Aren't they good? And
that is a natural bouquet.
This in a bunny, right?
Yes. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? Oh, and then it's just nature's way. It's a nature's bouquet.
Yes. And then the next picture is a variation on an Easter chick.
See that? What is that?
I know.
Oh, so cute.
She's a cheeky person, that Marianne. But I just wanted to thank you for your time today. And I mean, I personally am going to use some of these decorative tips you gave us today, because I was sitting there today going, oh, I'm not going to do anything decorate. I thought, no, come on, let's get busy.
Yeah.
Very, very.
We're going to celebrate spring.
Yes.
Yes.
And
yes.
Happy Easter. Have a
happy Easter to you and to everyone.
Later. Aloha.
Okay,
Aloha.
much aloha. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.